How do you double a lab's capabilities without increasing its footprint? At GPE Scientific, that's what we're built to do. As scientists ourselves, we design from the application outward, creating turnkey labs that transform how teams work. This is how we helped Advanced Medical Solutions reimagine their space into a safer, high-performance, multidisciplinary lab. Before the design stage, we needed to understand what wasn't working in AMS's existing setup.
Day to day, the old labs were too crowded. We had people trying to move around equipment and around each other in very tight spaces. There were points where staffs couldn't pass safely, which slowed everything down. It put a lot of pressure on how we scheduled and prioritized work. We only had limited fume hood access, which meant teams were sharing containment space and waiting for equipment to become free. Our previous chemical storage just wasn't keeping pace with the increasing volume and variety of chemicals we were handling. We had limitations around flammable storage, and it was becoming harder to manage the growing chemical load safely. We needed a storage solution that was compliant, organized, and capable of supporting the scale of the work that we were doing, and the old setup wasn't providing that.
Once we understood the full picture, the safety concerns, the space constraints, and the technical requirements, we were able to start designing the space around how the team needed to work, and that's where the real problem solving began. As a scientist myself, I understand the complexity of working with technical specialist lab equipment day in, day out. That's why our design process always starts with the application, the workflow, the safety requirements, and how the team will use the space. That perspective allows us to design with genuine technical insight, and for Advanced Medical Solutions, we were able to engineer a lab which made the science safer, faster, and more efficient. One of the major opportunities in this project was helping Advanced Medical Solutions unlock additional investment by demonstrating the long-term value of certain design choices.
Some of the design ideas that really impressed me were things like the fume cupboards and the motor selection. We opted to go for a more expensive variable airspeed air volume motor as opposed to a constant air volume motor, which has significant energy savings.
The initial design was very practical and fit for purpose, but a few elements really stood out. The spark-proof solvent cabinets and the variable airflow fume hoods were excellent additions. And the recirculation cabinet mounted on an anti-vibrational bench was also a very useful, valuable feature.
Peninsula benches opened up movement through the space and allowed for services to run along benches. Custom walk-in fume hoods handled the low ceiling height without compromising containment and greatly increased available safe extracted space. The HPLC area gained fire-rated flammable storage, safe change systems, and height-adjustable benches to avoid working with chemicals at height. Anti-vibration solutions allowed sensitive instruments to work to their full potential, and hidden services kept the space clean and compliant. Every choice served a purpose, making the lab safer, more intuitive, and more efficient for the people using it. With the design agreed upon, the focus shifted to delivery. Every subcontractor carried out detailed surveys, and we used a LiDAR camera for millimeter-accurate planning. As can be expected with an existing building, not everything behind the walls matched the drawings. A partition stud wall turned out to be load-bearing.
When we discovered an issue with the separation wall between the two rooms, GPE handled it very professionally. They communicated clearly with the external engineers to determine the best approach, and they remained flexible with the schedule.
Ultimately, the build was delivered with the same technical precision as the design, a smooth, controlled installation shaped by clear communication and a solid application-led approach. The finished lab is a compact, high-performance environment engineered around real scientific applications. It's cleaner, safer, and more intuitive, with greater capacity, better containment, and improved workflow. A space that feels calm, controlled, and ready for the science that will happen here for years to come.
It looks like a very professional lab. One of the benefits, I think, will be improved productivity, improved efficiency, improved safety, pretty much in general, and of course talking about energy efficient fume cupboard, so improved sustainability.
My overall impressions of working with GPE has been really impressive. I think they set the tone from the start by turning up on site and having a look and helping us really ascertain what we were trying to do and helping us at key points determine the right decisions to make.
The new layout also helps future-proof the lab, which is important for our long-term plans. Overall, the experience has been excellent. GPE delivered practical designs and introduced innovative modern solutions that really added value.
At GPE Scientific, our goal is always the same: to engineer labs that perform to their maximum potential. Spaces where airflow, containment, vibration control and workflow all work in harmony to support the science. This project with Advanced Medical Solutions demonstrates what application-led turnkey design can achieve. A lab built with precision, resilience, and fulfillment of the needs of real scientists at its core.
Anyone who's considering working with GPE, my advice would be to do it. They've been fantastic. We've had good communications with them, we've had good discussions, they've been on site where necessary. They've given us good advice, we've made good decisions on the back of their advice. So yeah, my advice would be to do it.